Hey there, it's Mike with the Fish Tank Barn, and I'm super excited to bring you the upstairs tour of the Fish Tank Barn. The upstairs section of the Fish Tank Barn includes some more African cichlid species that we didn't cover in last week's tour of the downstairs section, as well as my clownfish breeding setup and some more rare livebearers. So let's go ahead and kick off the tour. The first tank we come to as we come upstairs to the Fish Tank Barn is the 75-gallon tank with the zebra obliquitans. These fish are rather reclusive, but I have seen some spawning action with this group and looking forward to some fry in the near future. As you can see, some food will get them to come out, but whenever I come near the tank, they all head to the rock work. So I'm really enjoying these fish. They look like little perch, but I wish I could see them a little bit more. The next tank we come to here is the 75-gallon mixed African cichlid tank. This tank has a mix of Mbuna and Peacocks. The Mbuna species in this tank are yellow labs. There's a breeding group of yellow labs in here, as well as a breeding group of purple ACI. The peacocks in here, there is an OB peacock, a strawberry peacock, and a blue cobalt peacock. As you can see in the video, there are quite a few fry in here from both the purple ACI and the yellow labs, but I am looking forward to some more fry for sure. Really enjoy this tank. Always a lot of action in here, so it's one of my favorites here in the Fish Tank Barn. The next tank we come to here is the Pundamilia nairite tank. This is another 75-gallon tank. Some of my favorite fish here in the Fish Tank Barn. I became exposed to this species at the aquatic experience and absolutely fell in love with them. Absolutely stunning fish, really beautiful. I got these fish back in November. They were pretty much looking all like the females, but they've now all colored up. So it's really fun to watch these fish grow up. Really looking forward to seeing some breeding in this tank, as well as seeing how the fish turn out as they grow up. I do watch this tank for some aggression though, just due to the number of males in here, but so far so good. As you can see in the video, there are some purple ACI in here. I've had a couple that have escaped the tank that's next door to it. I'll get these guys out shortly and get them back to where they belong. Going on to the next tank here, we have the 54-gallon bow front tank. This is the mutt swordtail tank. I did set this tank up live a couple months ago and we did the aquascaping. You can see here also are the white skirt tetras that I purchased at the Fishy Bingo. Those have ended up in here as well. There is also a couple of opistos in here. I don't see them out at the moment. In here, there is some Vallisneria in here, some guppy grass, and some Apanagitan alvaceus. That is all in all pretty happy with how this tank's turned out. Just waiting for it to grow back in. Fish. This is the snowflake clownfish pair that I did get to spawn for me. They are still spawning. You can see the eggs up towards the top. Is right now spawning about every 2 weeks or so. Just haven't had a chance to get the eggs raised up yet. That is something we'll get to here very quickly. Come to in the clownfish setup is the Amphiprion tricinctus, or the tricinctus clownfish. Very cool fish. Unfortunately, I do not have a pair for it right now, but this fish was very hard to find, so hopefully I can find another one maybe this summer and see if I can get this paired up. On to the next tank here are my Amphiprion bicinctus. These are the spot cinctus variety. I've had this pair now for over a year. I have not seen any spawning activity from these yet. To the lightning maroon clownfish tank. I don't have any additional fish for this right now, but I do have the single individual that I've had now for about a year and a half, 2 years or so. So eventually I will get a smaller maroon clownfish and probably move these to a larger tank to curb some of the aggression issues, but I will try to pair this fish up for sure. All right, so this is the Picasso percula that I picked up at Aquashella. Unfortunately, I do have a single fish for this one as well. This fish was quite tiny when I purchased her, but now she's grown up to be quite large. I do need to get another fish for this since the second fish I purchased at Aquashella unfortunately didn't make it. This fish's colors are pretty stunning as it's grown up. Alright, the next fish here we have are the tomato clownfish. These fish have been spawning for quite a while here now in the Fish Tank Barn. Like with the oscillators, I do need to get these raised up and get some breeder award credits for them, but looking forward to seeing some fry from this as we move forward. Come to the 30-gallon tank. This tank has some high fin variatus as well as the Cracodon lateralis. I found that the Cracodon lateralis have come out a lot more since I added the platies to this tank. So I kind of found this by accident. I missed the Cracodon that was in the tank below where the platies used to be. And I noticed that that Cracodon was out a lot more than the other Cracodons that were just in this tank by themselves. So I've ended up using the platies as dithers. This is the Iliodon furcidens, otherwise known as the trout gadiad. I've got 3 of these in here. I picked these up at the ALA last year. Unfortunately, I've not gotten any fry, but I think I do need to move the females into a separate tank to drop the fry. But these still are some of my favorite fish in the fish tank barn. Next, we have the Limia perugiae. These guys are in a 15-gallon. This is a breeding setup, so it is primarily just guppy grass. There's a bit of algae in here with the sponge filter. These guys are doing quite well. Still have the 6 that we started with. They have put on quite a bit of size since I did unbox them back in November. But looking forward to seeing some fry from these guys as well. Alright, we are now to the 20-gallon long that's on the bottom. In here are some Limia nigrofasciata, or the humpback Limia. I picked these fish up in November as well. You can see they've grown up pretty fast, picking up quite a few stripes. So again, looking forward to some fry. A little bit of Java fern in here, but generally some guppy grass and the algae that comes along with it. These are some Super Dumbo Dragon Fry that I've got from Twin Cities Guppies at Aquashella. I did unfortunately lose the breeding pair, but like with the other fish I had earlier, we do have quite a few fry in here. So looking forward to this colony growing back up and getting quite a few adult fish out of it. These are the Girardin Thichthys multiradiatus, also known as the golden sailfin gadiad. One of the 22-gallon tanks that I picked up. So you can see the pair there. Had these guys in just a few days. Got these last Saturday, but really do enjoy them. So you can see a good shot of the male right there. Female, just kind of picking at the sponge filter. Next 22-gallon here is my Amica splendens pair. So tank similar to a lot of the other breeding tanks up here. It just has some guppy grass and some basically a sponge filter. These all do auto water change, just like the rest of the system. This is my 29-gallon with the Scyphia multipunctata. As you can see here, these guys are rather reclusive, so I will have to get some dither fish with these. Also in this tank are the plants that I picked up last weekend at the Grand Valley Aquarium Club winter swap event. And after that point, I really do hope to have some fry in here. Alright, this next tank we come to here is the tank with the Asta tilapia ania color. Unfortunately, it is rather green. I made a mistake of leaving a reef light on here, and then it basically got super green in here. So I am working to take care of that. But one of the things I do want to show on this channel, you want to show the good with the bad. So this is the tank that is directly behind the live streaming area. You'll see this tank on a lot of my live streams. This tank has a group of Swedish hongai. As well as a group of Autopharynx tetrastigma. I have put some food in here to try to get these guys to come out, and the only one that has come out is a baby Autopharynx tetrastigma. None of the rest of the fish have come out. Well, folks, that completes our tour. So if you like this content, please check out some of my other videos. If you like the channel, please like, subscribe, smash the notification bell. And as always, I appreciate your time, and I'll catch you on the next one.